More on the economy. A day after the G20 meeting in London, European ministers of finance gathered in Prague to talk more about the crisis. While generally happy about the outcome of the G20, the minister said the worst is yet to come.
We've discussed the economic situation, and it's not good. There are also encouraging signs, but not many. About the outcome of the G20 meeting, we're happy with it.
Satisfied with the decisions such as raising over $1 trillion for the International Monetary Fund, as G20 leaders pledged in London, the European Union has agreed to contribute 100 million of this fund. This, however, comes as several European countries, namely Ireland, Greece, Spain and France, struggle with a rising budget deficit.
This is an important signal. It is important for the European Union to follow established rules agreed upon by all member states.
Based on the EU agreement, member states must keep their deficits under 3% of their GDPs, or risk facing sanctions. But as national governments struggle with the worst economic crisis in over half a century, spending seems one of the only ways to ensure growth. Ministers, however, disagreed.
We are convinced that to restore confidence, to attract investors, to create the conditions for a sustained recovery, one of the necessary conditions is to start the fiscal consolidation.
The most controversial topic in the follow-up of the G20 was the crackdown on tax havens. Luxembourg, along with Belgium and Austria, are not exactly happy about being put on the so-called grey list.
I'm not too irked about the fact that we, Luxembourg, are on the list. The countries on it are states which have agreed to supply additional information, but this has not yet been applied because there is a need to reach agreements to avoid double taxation.
When asked why other countries like the United States and Hong Kong were omitted, the president of the Eurogroup said he suspects it was a rush job. The ministers also talked about Europe's financial stability, trade and labor movement. Meanwhile, industrial production continues to shrink. Unemployment is on the rise, and the balance sheets of financial institutions are in the negative. Despite giving a positive grade to world leaders in the wake of the G20 summit in London, European finance ministers reserved their optimism. They said the economy remains in a bad shape, and there's still much that needs to be done quickly and effectively. Anna Moya, Press TV, Prague.